The miracle power that elevates the few is to be found in their industry, application, and perseverance under the promptings of a brave, determined spirit. Mark Twain. Many motivational experts say that leaders are made, not born. I would argue the exact opposite. I believe we all are natural born leaders but have been deprogrammed along the way. As children, we were natural leaders, curious and humble, always hungry and thirsty for knowledge, with an incredibly vivid imagination. We knew exactly what we wanted, were persistent and determined in getting what we wanted, and had the ability to motivate, inspire, and influence everyone around us to help us in accomplishing our mission. So, why is this so difficult to do as adults? What happened? As children, over time, we got used to hearing no, don't, can't, no, don't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. I remember my niece, when she was about 5 years old, would always ask, why? The moment we will ask her to do something or not do something, this would be her question. Sometimes it does get difficult to answer the constant questions thrown at us by kids. That could be because we haven't ever questioned the process or statements, so we simply don't know. Or we may not find the appropriate response at that moment when a child asks a question, or simply we are too busy and don't have the mind space to answer. Hence, many times parents tell the child to be quiet and not disturb by asking silly questions. This pattern continues into high school with our teachers telling us what we could do and couldn't do, and what was possible. The same pattern continues during college or university. Unfortunately, the traditional educational system doesn't teach students how to become leaders. It teaches students how to become polite order takers for the corporate world. Instead of learning to become creative, independent, self reliant, and think for themselves, most people learn how to obey and intelligently follow rules to keep the corporate machine humming. We get conditioned out of being natural leaders to being followers. Developing the leader in you to live your highest life then requires a process of unlearning by self remembering and self honoring. Being an effective leader again will require you to be brave and unlock the door to your inner Arctic, where your childhood dreams lie, going inside to the heart. Based on my personal experience in observing human behavior and leadership, I have built some easy tips that will help reclaim your true potential. Hi, my name is Rashie Sinha, and I'm a business productivity coach and corporate trainer. Welcome to the season 3 of Midweek Business Moments, where I share quick tips and hacks that will help you streamline work and lead to better business success. So, here are 10 easy steps you can take to awaken the leader in you and rekindle your passion for greatness. Tip 1: Humility. Leadership starts with humility. To be a highly successful leader, you must first humble yourself like a little child and be willing to serve others. Nobody wants to follow someone who is arrogant. Be humble as a child, always curious, always hungry and thirsty for knowledge. When you are humble, you become genuinely interested in people because you want to learn from them. And because you want to learn and grow, you will be a far more effective listener, which is the number one leadership communication tool. When people sense you are genuinely interested in them and listening to them, they will naturally be interested in you and listen to what you have to say. Tip number two, SWAT yourself. SWOT is an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Although it's a strategic management tool taught at leading business schools and used by large multinationals, it can just as effectively be used in your professional development as a leader. This is a useful key to gain access to self knowledge, self remembering, and self honoring. Start by listing all your strengths, including your accomplishments. Then write down all your weaknesses and what needs to be improved. Make sure to include any doubts, anxieties, fears, and worries that you may have. These are the demons and dragons guarding the door to your inner Arctic. By bringing them to conscious awareness, you begin to slay them. Then proceed by listing all the opportunities you see available to you for using your strengths. Finally, write down all the threats or obstacles that are currently blocking you or that you think you will encounter along the way to achieving your dreams. Tip number three, follow your bliss. Regardless of how busy you are, always take time to do what you love doing. Being an alive and vital person vitalizes others. When you are pursuing your passions, people around you cannot help but feel impassionate by your presence. This will make you a charismatic leader. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, be it writing, acting, painting, drawing, photography, sports, reading, networking, or working on entrepreneurial ventures, set aside time every week, ideally 2 or 3 hours a day, to pursue these activities. Believe me, you'll find the time. If you were to log every minute of your day, you would be shocked to see how much time goes to waste. Tip number four, have a BHAG. That is big, hairy, atrocious goal. What that means will get covered in one of my upcoming episodes this season, so watch for that. For now, know that if you want to be larger than life, you need a dream that's larger than life. Small dreams won't serve you or anyone else. It takes the same amount of time to dream small than it takes to dream big. So be big and be bold. Write down your one biggest dream, the one that excites you to most. Remember, don't be small and realistic. Be bold and unrealistic. Go for the gold, the Nobel, the Oscar, the highest possible you can achieve in your field. After you've written down your dream, list every single reason why you can achieve your dream instead of worrying about what you can't. Tip number five, vision. Without a vision, we perish. If you can't see yourself winning that award and feel the tears of triumph streaming down your face, it's unlikely you will be able to lead yourself or others to victory. Visualize what it would be like accomplishing your dream. See it, smell it, taste it, hear it, feel it in your gut. Tip number six, perseverance. Victory belongs to those who want it the most and stay in it the longest. Now that you have a dream, make sure you take consistent action every day. I recommend doing at least 5 things every day that will move you closer to your dream. If you think that is too much, then do at least one every day that will move you closer to your goal. It's better than doing nothing. Tip number seven, honor your word. Every time you break your word, you lose power. Successful leaders keep their word and their promises. Become a person of your word, and people will see you as a dependable person. You can accumulate all the toys and riches in the world, but you only have one reputation in life. Your word is gold. Value and honor it. Tip number 8, get a mentor. Find yourself a mentor, preferably someone who has already achieved a higher degree of success in your field. Don't be afraid to ask. In addition to mentors, take time to study autobiographies or lives of great leaders or successful entrepreneurs that you admire. Learn everything you can from their lives and model some of their successful behavior. Tip 9, be yourself. Use your relationships with mentors and your research on great leaders as models or reference points to work from, but never copy or imitate them like a parrot. Everyone has vastly different leadership styles. History books are filled with leaders who are soft spoken, introverted, and quiet, all the way to the other extreme of being outspoken, extroverted, and loud, and everything in between. A quiet and simple Gandhi or a soft spoken peanut farmer named Jimmy Carter, who became the President of the United States and won a Nobel Peace Prize, have been just as effective world leaders as a loud and flamboyant Churchill or the tough leadership style employed by the Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher. I admire Mahadevi Verma as a writer, but if I copy her, I would be a second or a third rate Madhvi Verma at best instead of a first rate Rashi. Be yourself, your best self, always competing against yourself and mentoring yourself. And you will become a first rate you instead of a second rate somebody else. Tip 10, give. Finally, be a giver. Leaders are givers. By giving, you activate a universal law as sound as gravity. Life gives to the giver and takes from the taker. The more you give, the more you get. If you want more love, respect, support, and compassion, give love, give respect, give support, and give compassion. Be a mentor to others, give back to your community. As Sir Winston Churchill once said, we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. As a leader, the only way to get what you want is by helping enough people get what they want first. That's all I have for you today. If you liked this video do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you can receive a notification whenever I share new content. Also, if you think people in your circle will benefit from this video, go ahead and share it with them. Thanks for your time.